Hello there, I'm Blackbright, broadcasting out of the UK. Welcome to my channel. First time you're passing through, you can click on the thumbs up, the thumbs down if you don't like it. You can share. You can subscribe and you can interact with my subscribers. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank my subscribers. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for everything. I just want to give thanks this morning. Beautiful morning. The sun is shining. Today is August the 24th, I believe. I think it's the day before some of our paydays. But anyway, I wanted to talk about stepping a little bit into American politics for a little while. And guess why? Well, of course, Kamala Harris is Jamaican, isn't she? Jamaican background. And there's this lot of controversy. They're dissecting her blackness, saying she's not really qualified to be a running mate with Joe Biden because she hasn't experienced the African American turmoil. She hasn't suffered enough. And apparently her ancestors weren't ancestors of slaves. And so she hasn't been through poverty. So therefore she doesn't qualify to be a running mate with Joe Biden. It seems to me that what they're saying is unless you suffered and excelled, you don't qualify. That's what it sounds like. You need to have gone through the mill and come out on the other side to qualify. So what they're saying now is because, her parents are Jamaican, she is not an African American. And in a previous video, I did say that African Americans do not look on African Caribbeans in the same way. They have this resentment, some of them have this resentment against Black Caribbeans. It's a bit similar to white people in the UK who have, some white people in the UK who have a resentment against Black people in the UK, saying that they take their jobs, they take their housing, it leaves less opportunities for them. That is what some Black Americans are saying about Black Caribbeans. They resent the fact that it is a Black Caribbean that is a running mate with Joe Biden, and so they're tearing her apart. I'll tell you why. Jamaicans, them. I mean, they get their foot in everywhere. They're always a first in something, and I think it's absolutely incredible. And we have to give them the props. Apparently, they're saying she's not Black enough. But according to the one-drop rule under Jim Crow's law, you have to be one person has to be 5 generations Black. No, one person has to be 5 generations back to be Black. That is the rule of thumb, the one-drop rule of thumb. 5 generations back, then you qualify to be Black. But in Kamala's case, all of a sudden, that's not the rule. It's clear that she's Black from her skin colour, but now they're dissecting it. And it's a bit like that video I did yesterday about, should all Blacks be treated the same, or should we start dissecting them based on the island or based on the continent that they were born? It's a similar premise, because what they're saying is that because her parents are Jamaican and because she didn't go through the torment of slavery, but her descendants are as valid as Frederick Douglass's descendants. He was also a descendant of a slave. I mean, from your Black, you're a descendant of a slave at some point. You could just as well be a descendant of a king, but it doesn't really matter. Your skin colour is what qualifies you, but it seems to only qualify you in failure. It doesn't qualify you in success. And as in Obama, when President Obama ran for presidency, all of a sudden he wasn't really Black. His white mother was the one who they assigned him to. Now with Kamala Harris, all of a sudden, she's not really Black. when it suits them, you're black. When you're doing something wrong, you're black. But when you strive for excellence, all of a sudden I have to dissect it and look for everything that says, oh, you can't possibly be black. You can't possibly be black. You can't be black and achieve a level of excellence or a level of stature or a level of anything that's important or that has credibility or standing, because in their minds, in some of the people's minds who are saying this, that is assigned to a white person. White people achieve those levels, not black people. So mind you, Obama got there. Obama bypassed it, but then again, he was mixed race. Kamala Harris, as far as I know, is not mixed race. So they can't even assign her to the black party of her family or the white party of her family. They can't do that. So let me see. So she has been excluded from blackness. They're saying she's not black enough. But does it matter that she's not black American? It seems to look like it, doesn't it? Seems to look like when it suits them, you have to be black American or African American. You can't be black Caribbean. Black isn't black enough when you're not from America. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Black is black. When you're thinking it, well, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Because it seems to be, when it's convenient, in a lot of areas, you can dissect blackness. Dissect it based on island, dissect it based on continent, dissect it based on a lot of variables. And when it's not convenient, like when they want to get rid of all the blacks in the country, you all come under one umbrella. They're not dissecting you then. When there's racism out there, they're not dissecting you then. You all fall under the same umbrella. Your skin is black or your skin is brown. You therefore are black, and therefore we don't want you around. But when it's convenient, all of a sudden, you're not really black. They start dissecting your blackness. It's quite an interesting concept, actually. What they're saying is that you have to be an ascendant of a slave, and you have to have grown up in poverty, and you must have had the African American experience to qualify as black. Interesting. So apparently what they said about Obama was his grandmother worked in a bank. So he wasn't down with the struggle. He didn't get down on his knees. He wasn't saying, yeah, massa, no, massa. But what difference does it make? What real difference does it make? You've left that past behind. Why are they insistent on associating us with suffering, with slavery, with poverty? Why are they insistent? And then if you bypass that and dare to bypass that and surpass that and become somebody who's on an equal level with white people, all of a sudden they have to start dissecting your blackness to see how they can claim some credit for that part of you that is excelling. There has to be some white in there somewhere. Let's look for it now. So no longer is she now considered black. She can't be black and be a running mate. No. She can't be really black. There has to be something else in there. So, blackness, according to Trevor Noah, blackness is never questioned in failure. In success, it gets put under the microscope. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Success means excellent. Success is perfection. Success is a domain of whiteness. So the credentials have to be questioned. So they're questioning her. They're going to tear her apart. They're going to put her under the microscope. They've got to find some dirt on her, don't they? We can't have her. But as a running mate, especially if Biden's got a good chance of winning. Woo! Anyway, that's all for now. Bye-bye.